Time's up. The deadline for former Senator Dan Coates to get back in the running for his old Senate seat ended at noon, and now we have word on whether he made it. Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I'm Tara Brantley.
And I'm Pat Hoffman. It's been big news since last week when Coates announced that he would get back in the running.
The deadline to get the signatures has just come. News Channel 15's Matt McCutcheon joins us live this noon. Okay, Matt, did he do it?
Well, Tara, that is what his campaign is saying. But here's what we do know. We know he has more than 8,400 signatures statewide. Now, that is more than the 4,500 that is required. But it's actually where those signatures are coming from that makes all the difference in this case. That's because it is necessary and required that he has 500 signatures from each of Indiana's 9 congressional districts. You may remember last week, the Allen County Republican headquarters held a 3-day signature blitz for the 3rd district. Now, that collected well over 1,000 signatures, or more than double what he actually needed, as the deadline for the remaining 8 districts has just come this noon hour. Those vote totals are still coming in, which again requires he has 500 in each of those districts. However, a Coates campaign spokesman tells the Associated Press that Coates does have the necessary votes, meaning it does in fact appear that he will be on the ticket for the upcoming May primary. Now, this of course makes for a very interesting Senate race, especially given the fact that Evan Bayh just announced yesterday that he's basically retiring from the post. Well, more on what all the day's developments means for you coming up on First at 5. Live in News Control this noon, Matt McCutcheon, News Channel 15.
In about an hour, State Senator Marlin Stutzman is scheduled to announce the filing of his official candidacy. That is set to happen at 1 o'clock today in Indianapolis. Stutzman joins fellow Republican Dan Coates in seeking that Senate seat. Former Congressman John Hostetler is also in the running, as is Don Bates, Jr., a branch manager at Wachovia Securities. Friday is the filing deadline for the May primary. Well, as all this is happening, many political experts are still stunned by news that Senator Evan Bayh is not going to run for re-election.
We first broke this story yesterday at noon. Earlier today, Senator Bayh talked about his decision on the CBS Early Show.
What do you say to critics who say you did leave the Democrats high and dry at a time when they can't afford to be losing any more seats?
Well, those critics, Maggie, must not know my state very well. Hoosiers are very independent. There are 5 Republicans running. They're going to have a vigorous primary. I don't know who their nominee is going to be. And I am highly confident that we will have a candidate for the United States Senate who will be very competitive and have an excellent chance of winning this seat in November.
Bayh says he told party leaders about his frustration with partisan politics a year ago. He also said there is no possibility that he'll switch parties and run against President Obama in 2012. You can watch Bayh's entire interview from this morning simply by going to our website, wayne.com. So far, there are no Democrats in the running to replace Bayh. The party has until June 30th to find a candidate.
Well, we got a little bit